Survivors are an interesting case, all of them depending on their perks. So basically, their heights and sounds of grunts of pain don't really matter. Hello everyone, and today we're ranking all survivors depending on their perks. Also, I'm gonna be featured in this video. That's right, and let's start the ranking. We're gonna have to start off with Ace, which his perks are Up the Ante, Ace in the Hole, and Open-Handed. Up the Ante is basically a useless perk. Ace in the Hole is good if you pair it with something like Plunderer's Instinct. Open-Handed, however, has actually some potential. It can be paired with some information perk, but unfortunately not all of them get affected by it. But overall, the problem with Ace is that all of her perks are dependent on others. Next up is Nia Carlson. Her problem is that even though that her cosmetics are amazing, her perks are not. Urban Evasion, don't use it, you'll become a noob. Streetwise can be good on some builds and some other not. And Balance Landing, even though it's her best perk, is an exhaustion perk, but it's on the lower end. What makes Nia better than Ace is that you can use her perks alone, unlike him. Next is Jake. I guess you can tell why he's this low, after the Iron Well nerf. He has 2 average perks and 1 terrible perk. Calm Spirit was and will always be terrible. Iron Will was amazing, but now it's just average. It's not useless, but it's usable. And Saboteur is situational, but when the situation comes, it's great, and you can also pair it with Breakout, for example. But as for the other two, they're basically sound-related perks. Iron Will makes your grunts of pain quieter, and Calm Spirit prevents you from screaming, but at the cost of making your cleansing speed slower. It hurts me to put David this low. I used to main him before the nerf. Now that Dead Heart has a condition in order to activate it, it's now became a mid-tier exhaustion perk. No matter was and will always be a terrible perk. Who wants to lose one of their health state and will be into the entire game? We're gonna live forever as like the only good perk out of him. Dead Heart isn't really as good as it used to be though. Entering the top 5 with Claudette Tomorrow. All of her perks are based on healings. Empathy is a weird one. It used to be her best perk in the beginning of the game, but then it was about knowledge, and now after the nerf, it is back to empathy. Now it has 3 usages. You can use it to find injured survivors to heal them, or to do flashlight saves, and also using background player for that. Or you can track where the killer is when they're being chased. But knowledge is a weird one. It gives you the ability to heal others faster, but it makes medkits weaker. And now to self-care. Self-care, well, I don't know what to say. Like, this perk is basically a worse medkit, and for some weird reason it is her most used perk. Look here, look. Yeah, I'm not sure what to say. Dwight is next, and honestly, all of his perks are like average at worst. Leader is the worst one out of them, and what it does is that it boosts your abilities at everything, the others' abilities, and the effect stays the same as Streetwise. Bond is a helpful one, since it shows you the auras of all survivors that are near you, and Prove Thyself only works when you repair a generator with someone, but when that happens, both of your repair speed would be boosted and you gain extra blood points. Honestly, all of his perks depend on teamwork, and I'm glad that Bond is with them so he can share these abilities with others. Fang is next. She got 2 really good perks and 1 bad perk. Technician is garbage, making no noise notification to the killer, but you lose more generator progress. Alert is a good one. Whenever the killer breaks a pallet, a wall, or damages a generator, you get few seconds to see their aura. And Light is an exhaustion perk, which is honestly the easiest one to use. Whenever you fast vault a pallet or a window, you get 3 seconds of speed boost. A really easy perk, and honestly quite a good selection of perks. The runner-up is now Bill. Honestly, The reason why he's so high is because all of his perks are lifesaver. His worst one is left behind. It shows you the aura of the hatch if you were the last survivor left. You've got Unbreakable, which lets you pick yourself up after being in the dying state, but only once, and it increases the healing speed. And the last one goes to Borrow Time. When you unhook a survivor, keep 10 seconds extra of endurance and haste, only to others, not for you. And the number one spot goes to Meg Thomas, which is not really a surprise. Honestly, all of her perks are like the best perks in the game. Quick and quiet, her worst one, doesn't give the killer any notification when doing any fast action. Adrenaline activates when the exit doors are activated. Heals the 1 health state and 4 seconds of speed boost. And finally, Sprint Burst, which if you used correctly, it can be the strongest perk in the game. Whenever you start running, you get a speed boost. You can basically, like, when the killer spots you, can start running and you can lose them. Like, seriously, those are one of the strongest perks in the game. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the ranking. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, since there will be more animations in the future.